Hello Taurus, welcome to your reading on Galactic Soul Healing, and it will be for the 6th of December to the 12th. We're going to be looking at some current energies that you may be experiencing, as well as some things you may not be aware of, and some guidance from Spirit. And we're also going to pull a card from the Galactic Heritage cards here, and we're going to identify a collective that you might like to tap into at this time as well. Once again, just take what resonates and discard the rest. It's all fine. And you might like to kind of activate your own intuition as well when you're looking at the images of these cards, and I will hold them up so you can see them. I'd just like to thank the spirit guides for assisting us with this reading. Just tuning in now to Taurus. So let's just see what comes out for you in terms of your current energies. Right, I'll just cut the deck here. Right, so we have the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, so straight away it's kind of looking like there's feminine and masculine aspects here. Let me hold them up. And so the suit of wands, so we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. So that is the suit of your passions and your spirituality, your vitality, what you're really into, your purpose, what gives you fulfillment and meaning in life. But it's very much focused on what is true for you, okay? Your individual soul and your spirit, what you're passionate about. And the Page of Swords here is kind of in between the two. So you could be a little bit indecisive or uncertain about, this could also be a couple of people in your life. And the tarot is not gender specific, although sometimes, it could be that you are, maybe you're in a work situation or in a family situation, and you're between two people. So it could mean that you are kind of, maybe you're trying to keep the peace between these two people, or you are not really seeing eye to eye with either of them. You are facing this one, but you're looking at this one. So maybe maybe it's a work situation. Perhaps you have a larger boss, and then another boss, and maybe they're telling you to do different things, and you're kind of caught in the middle. So it's sort of like you're having to listen to instructions and follow through, but to some extent they're not agreeing. What you've been asked to do is not kind of lining up from these two different people. It could also mean that you are looking at the feminine and masculine aspects of yourself. So it could be that your projective energy and your receptive energy are not in alignment. They're kind of in a bit discordant. Excuse me. So you sort of take what resonates from that. As we pull out some more cards, and more may become apparent as to what that is exactly. All right, so what you may not be aware of, Taurus. Let's just... The Queen of Wands is very much that energy of kind of being quite independent, and in both of these figures are in their power. Okay, so it could be that you have some mentors that you are learning from, or that you are stepping up into your power. or that perhaps, yeah, some people are getting in your way or causing confusion and kind of making it difficult for you to step into your power, possibly. Although you just keep in mind that sometimes power is an internal thing. It's not just an external thing, although things like status, obviously, people perceive us as being more powerful if we have status, but status is not the only measure of power. Right, sorry, let's just cut the deck here. Power comes as well from a feeling of, or can come from a feeling on the inside. Okay. 7 of Swords, Empress, and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is what you may not be aware of. So the things you may not be seeing is that there's kind of like some behind the scenes, there's some things going on. There's strategies in place, and, people are trying to save their own skins or protect their own jobs and things like that. There's also probably the Empress is an overseeing energy to the King and Queen of Wands. So there is someone above these two people that you may be dealing with who could perhaps assist you. Here we have, this is someone who's very focused and very in their power, really. They're fulfilled, they have responsibilities, but they also have done well for themselves. They have, enough, the material comforts. They have, their clothing. If you're feeling like, you're kind of working your way up to this, it could be that this Empress energy, this Empress even person, like a higher manager, higher up, may be able to assist you. And they're probably going to be able to shed some light on what these strategies are. Or it may be going outside of that realm there with the Wands, King and Queen, and going to see another another professional who can help you, who's experienced with those types of situations, who could kind of give you some direction and some ideas of strategies that you could possibly use. I don't mean like manipulative strategies and conniving and that type of thing. It's more about helping you to step into your empowerment. So there may be definitely some people or energies even within yourself that you have already innate within you. But sometimes we do need to seek the assistance of other people, okay? But I think this is the potential here that you can kind of come into is that the Page of Swords is about communication, intellect. Technology can be involved in that as well. It could be in a creative field. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. Okay, so let's look at some guidance from Spirit as well. The Empress is a very earthy energy too. Oh wow, we have the Sun. Okay. The Knight of Swords, which is a development from the Page of Swords. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which is interesting because that's the same suit as the King and Queen. Right, let's hold these up and have a look. So this is your guidance from Spirit here for you, Taurus. So this is a really beautiful energy to remind you that even though you may feel caught between these perhaps two different ways of being, or they are two different people, that you can, that don't forget to think about you, like separate from that. So the reason I'm saying that is because see these little red boots here? I mean, that's almost a reddish sort of tunic there as well. We have the red here. So it's a little bit like, you know, don't forget to do things to, if this is a bit of a battle and a struggle going on, don't forget to do things that make you feel happy. That's what Spirit's kind of guiding you to remember. And what you're passionate about too. That could be a hobby or an interest that will kind of empower you and give you the gusto that you need. It's not by way of force. This is just like representing a mental state of confidence and determination, okay, that will fortify you to do what's needed here. And the other thing is that the Knight of Swords is directly under the Empress. So Spirit's kind of saying that, yes, you may need to like consult a person who has had, like the Empress is like a big energy, like he's had a lot of experience and a lot of, has been able to hold space for people going through things similar to what you are going through. And if you can communicate, you know, and this is what you might be communicating with the Empress, is that, you know, communicate your feelings of like, well, I feel like I have to, you know, I've got to go this way, but I've got to look behind my back and all that. It's a very similar energy to the Page of Swords, hey? It's like the body's facing one way, but the head's going the other. So, and just communicate that to this person about what's going on with that situation. If you're feeling torn or you're feeling, just too many demands of a contradictory nature. Or it may be, I mean, take what resonates. It might be something else that comes up in there for you. It could either be a family situation, a work situation, or a relationship situation. And the Ten of Wands here is kind of, it's like, it's sort of encouraging you that, you know, all of your efforts will pay off. Like it might feel like it's hard work at the moment, but you have this, the house in the background there you're working towards, and this, you know, blue skies, and it's actually really good to have meaningful work. And, you know, certainly if it feels like this at the moment, if you can consult this other person, it will probably feel more like this, your work situation. So there may even be a promotion in it for you. Or it may be the beginnings of you coming into a new awareness of your power and your intelligence, and being able to know what to do and what it takes to, I was going to say move through the ranks, but it's just to come into a more empowered sort of state, which is the, you know, the sun. I mean, that's really shining your light there. But it's also, Spirit's saying if you can really look at building yourself up with something and really consulting, you know, getting your thoughts organized and getting help from someone to do that, as well as looking after your emotional body. Okay, it's going to be assistance. So here we have, so the Empress and the Sun. I mean, they are really great major arcana cards to have together in a reading, which is kind of cool. So you're in a building up phase, okay? And And yeah, the Empress is actually center stage here for you, which is awesome. It's just a really great energy to have on your side. So there may well be someone around you. So it's probably a good idea to keep your ears and eyes kind of open, and your mind, as to if there may be someone that you can, consult with. And it's interesting that in the front row the middle row, we have all of the yellow skies. So which sort of symbolize the mind. Okay, so this is going to be a mind. So almost like maybe there's some mind games going on, might be in your workspace or with your family or something. And in the top row we have 2 clear blue skies and a cloudy one in the middle, and down the bottom we have 2 clear blue skies and a cloudy one in the middle. But there has been progress from the Page of Swords to the Knight. So you are maturing through this experience. And this can apply to, anyone. I mean, even when we're in our 50s, we can still go through experiences that mature us and take us to another level of our development, okay? Yeah. So let's put a collective here. Wow, unconditional love. Okay. And I'm going to guess that this is about loving yourself unconditionally. So if you're going through struggles, try and resist that temptation to be down on yourself. Or if other people are down on you, I mean, if you're legitimately being completely slack and you're not doing your job, then, but there could be reasons for that. And maybe you do need this to help you with that, okay? Right, number 7. Okay, and Arcturus are a really beautiful energy to... Let's see, the Arcturus collective. What is unconditional love? Human words cannot adequately define it, as its true nature lies beyond human limitation. However, imagine being seen by the universe for who you are, the darkness and the light, and being infinitely loved no matter what. The Arcturus energy is in total balance and loves and supports humanity in this way. It embraces our light and dark sides totally. Now it is time to ask yourself these questions. Am I capable of giving unconditional love? Am I capable of receiving it fully? If the answer is no, find out why not. Those answers will reveal your next spiritual lesson. And I'm going to add in there that we really need to work on loving ourselves unconditionally, no matter what. So if you're having a struggle or a difficult situation, be it in a relationship, family or work situation, try not to get so down about it that you start feeling bad about yourself, or that you lose confidence in yourself or self-esteem. It's really important to just take time out to kind of love and care for yourself. And I think this is why the Empress is in here, because this is a very loving, nurturing energy. And I think it's saying that if you feel torn in any situation, it's really beneficial for you to find someone who you can trust to talk to, but also to know that by consulting them, you are actually extending unconditional love to yourself, because you're saying, well, even if I'm having difficulties, I'm still going to care about myself enough to find someone that I can talk to about it. Because if we don't, then we're not really caring for ourselves unconditionally in a good way, because we are because we can love ourselves, right, but sometimes we need to gather support for ourselves, as a means to help us step into, to shine. We need to find people of like mind, find an empathic ear, find people that can, kind of help us on our way. Okay, but it's also about caring for yourself too. Let me just grab a deck and see if there are any more. Excuse me. Messages from the Arcturian collective. I've just got the Starseed Oracle here. Let's grab a couple of these. Yeah, I mean, you may have other meanings that have come up for you with this reading, but yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it may even be an issue about you overcoming obstacles within yourself that have to do with blocks internally to you actually doing your passion. Or but you have a lot of beautiful, really supportive energies in here. So, yeah. Okay, your life is a canvas. Wow. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Now, that may resonate for you if you feel that you need to be doing something more creative. It's probably true. Or doing some creative activities. It might even be a passion that you've had. It may be something that you were into for a bit and then you stopped, maybe for work reasons or relationship reasons or something. But yeah, it's creative accountability, and its creativity is really beneficial. And not only that, it is healing. This is deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. There's probably only about 2 cards in this deck that actually have, Arcturus energy. There might even only be one. And look, we have the Arcturus energy here. So this is definitely a collective that you can tap into. They're really almost like Christ consciousness. They're really, really loving. Okay. So if you do meditation, just ask for, Arcturus. Any Arcturian being that can assist you at this time. And yeah, physical and emotional healing, and that's going to help with your creativity too, if that's something that you're wanting to tap into and get going on. This is fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Wow. Yeah, so that's the other thing too. If you're caught in a situation at work and it's like this, you feel like in the middle of this tug of war going on, or in a family or relationship, maybe a friendship situation, then yeah, it's sort of, it possibly is wise to just kind of get a little bit of distance from it for a bit and just kind of see if you can get some perspective on it, because sometimes when we're right in the middle of all that stuff, it can feel a bit much, and then we, here we go, look, yeah, wait. It's not yet time, things are being woven, okay. So sometimes, yeah, which is kind of what I was sort of saying is, yeah, sometimes it's good to just step back for a little bit, give it a little bit of time to percolate, hibernate, or whatever it is that the issues have to kind of play out a little bit longer. And then, and I mean, during that time, you can definitely, consult someone. But here we have the last one, the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So this is harking to this card, the inner child there. As Spirit was guiding you, don't forget to perhaps just reacquaint yourself with those passions that you love to do as a child and kind of acknowledge them. And yeah, so that means that when you, and this could also be a good idea for if you're taking a bit of space out of a difficult situation, take some time to kind of build yourself up and then get your thoughts clear, and then go and consult with your, And after doing that, you're probably going to feel a whole lot better. You'll feel more like, you've taken responsibility, you've looked after yourself, and you're doing your job, or you're fulfilling your role, or you're being a good friend or a good associate, or whatever it is that is resonating for you, whatever situation you feel applies. So that's what I have for you today, Taurus. I hope you have a great week, and I will check you again soon.